I think maybe it would be helpful to really even talk about it and discuss what that means. What is estate planning?
I think one of the most important things that comes to my mind is avoiding probate. Now, there's a lot of different factors to estate planning, but this is the one that surprises people, I think, the most. When you are looking at the assets that you own, some of those assets are beneficiarizable assets. So, for example, IRA accounts, 401ks, life insurance, those things have a beneficiary line. Your bank account does not. And you can do something that is the equivalent of a beneficiary by putting payable on death designation on it, but many people have never even thought about that. It doesn't get mentioned at the bank most of the time, and so that is an asset that you will often see go through probate, along with likely your most valuable asset, maybe with the exception of your 401k, but that is your house. Your house, there is no beneficiary line. At the courthouse on the paperwork that you have, there's no way to beneficiarize that. And so that is what we often see go through probate, along with other things that it's not super clear, it's not beneficiarized to whomever. And so you get into a situation, and you can have a lot of non-qualified accounts, by the way, so non-IRA accounts that also, they don't have a beneficiary line. So if they don't have transfer on death on them, those are also going to go through probate. And it's a very expensive process that can be very simply avoided on the front end. If you care about your heirs, whether it's your children or somebody else, if you care about your heirs, then I believe it is incumbent upon you to spend some time with an estate planning attorney to get a plan in place that honors your wishes and will help them avoid probate. Here's the deal that got my dad on this one. I was early in my career as a financial advisor, and I go to my mom and dad and go, y'all need to talk to an estate planning attorney. And mom goes, okay, because that's how she rolls with me. And dad goes, I don't know about that, honey. And
like he always did.
Yeah, forever it was this pushback. And there were a couple of things that happened. I said, Daddy, you remember reading the newspaper when so-and-so passed away and you knew all his business? I said, that's because it went to probate. And he's like, so all my stuff's going to be listed in the paper? Yes, sir, if you don't do this. And so that stirred him up a little bit, and he still wasn't quite ready to do it because, frankly, he didn't fully understand it.
Right.
He just couldn't quite get there. And finally, I went to him one day and I said, look, Danny, my brother, I said, Danny and I have had a conversation, and we are willing to pay the attorney. We will split the cost for you to go get your estate plan done so that we don't have to deal with probate later. Now, Dad wound up doing it, but it was because of that conversation when he realized that it was important enough to his relatively young adult children at that point for us to be willing to pay for it. Then he went, oh, this is probably a legit big deal that I need to handle. And they went and did it. And I'm so glad that they did.
Yeah.
It has already, even with Mom still here, it has made a tremendous difference in all the details that you can fathom.
Want more content like this delivered to your inbox weekly? Visit fastest4.com to learn more.